Hello all, it's James Johnson aka Blade. Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my content, and welcome back to Heads Will Roll Reforged. Let's play that I'm doing since the release of the latest DLC. That DLC is known as the Threads of Destiny. So we have ended up working here for Duncan against the English nobility, and I'm not sure where this is going. Duncan seems to be a bit of a naive idealist that I think he's attempting to pull off more than he can chew. Anyway, let's see what happens here. Do we still have the same missions? Hand over money. Camp physician. Oh, we have a physician now, and I didn't have to pay for him. Okay, that's interesting. And what's up with Rodolfo? We did it, James. After so many years, so much suffering, we finally did it. But this is just the beginning. We will turn the whole kingdom upside down, but we will get to every tyrant and exploiter. Hand over the helmet, hand over the gorget. So we still got that going on with him. Okay, we have a helmet. Don't necessarily have a gorget. Might be able to buy one. Sell that. Sell the knight's axe. I'm definitely not using this heavy plate. It's far too heavy. I don't know about the nobleman's armor though. I don't think it's as good as what I'm currently using. We can double check though. Right, 20 torso armor and 80 torso cover. 2080. $32.49, so less cover, but this definitely gives more torso armor. Limb armor of 8, limb armor of 5. Yeah, this is just fancy looking chainmail is more or less what it is. It does give neck armor of 7. Does this give any neck armor? It doesn't. Okay, that's kind of interesting. There's extra neck armor here. And it's got an agility, endurance, and coordination of 222. That also has 222. Do I really want the extra neck? I'm already using an Aventail to have extra neck combined with this light gorget. I don't think this suits me. but it might be worth hanging on to just as spare armor, and I took off the Corket. Oops. The Italian bassinet's a really good helmet piece. If I could combine that with an Aventail, it would be probably an upgrade to what I have right now. There's a plate gorget. I don't plan to use that myself, but I might buy it for this quest. Okay, where are you? Socialize, Rodolfo. We'll give that. And we'll give that. Wish I had something to thank you with, James, but to tell you the truth, I don't have much to share. But maybe I could teach you something. I've seen a lot of things in my life, and I've wandered through the woods with Duncan for more than a month or two. So if any of my skills could come in handy, let me know. I'll be glad to teach you. EXP for completing the quest plus 20. Learn a civic skill. Of course, James, what are you interested in? You're too tired and not ready to learn. Okay. I'm not really that tired. Though I do want to do some training before I do any training for everyone else. A messenger finds and informs you that Duncan wants to talk to you. In order to determine the future plan of the fight against the Liege Lords, Duncan gathers a council of his confidants, to which you are invited. Well, friends, the victory over the Caldwells was a huge success for us, but our fight is far from over. As the rumors of our accomplishments spread further and further, more and more people come to me all over the kingdom, who tell about the arbitrary and atrocious practices of their nobles, as well as of the terrible existence that the good people of those lands are forced to endure. There are many places where people crave our help, but we must soberly assess our strength. Therefore, it is logical to turn our efforts to where we have ready allies. Right now, an actual peasant war is raging in Chippenham against Marquis Radcliffe, who was exiled to govern those lands. As far as we know from the rumors and stories that have reached us, the Marquis's cruelty rallied the local population against him and forced many peasants to take up pitchforks or go into the woods. This state of affairs makes me think that we will have no trouble with volunteers or supplies in Chippenham. However, what we certainly can't do without is money. Jones, how are we doing with finances? Because of the fire, we managed to take out only a fraction of what we could have looted at the Caldwell estate. If we want to take active action against a strong opponent, then we will need more, much more. And what about our profits? There are some. We get paid to maintain order on the main trade routes that used to be guarded by the Caldwell's people, but in the big picture, it's a pittance. Of course, spare change in the pockets It's not enough to fund any serious activities. When it comes to money, you always have ideas. I hope this time is no exception. That's right. The Caldwells are gone, but their land hasn't gone anywhere. There are still fields that are tilled and forests that are hunted in, mills where flour is produced and inns where ale is poured. Some of it is now actively being taken over by mercenary groups, routiers, and simple gangs of armed peasants. And if earlier taxes, fees, and tolls were paid to the Greenwich estate, now all of those florins go into the pockets of these new players. And what do you suggest? Well, if the reality is that money will still be paid to someone, then why not make it so that it's paid to us? Jesus. Are you out of your mind? What kind of nonsense are you talking about? We didn't overthrow the Caldwells just so we could take their place. Hold your horses, Rodolfo. No one is talking about taking their place and taxing everyone around us exorbitantly. Let them chip in a couple of florins as a token of respect for our help. It won't hurt them, especially since, as I just told you, the Caldwells' holdings are already being actively divided and taken over by everyone right now. The reality is that the people are going to pay someone anyway, so it's better if they pay a little to us rather than a lot to someone else. I don't like this plan. Then perhaps you have some better ideas? You've been with me almost from the very beginning, friend, and you've seen how much hard work and sacrifice even this relatively small victory cost us. If we want to go further, if we want to kindle a flame strong enough to burn all the tyrants in it and liberate the entire kingdom, we need resources. We overthrew the Caldwells and didn't make a single florin out of it. We maintain order on these lands without seeking to enrich ourselves, and I don't think it would be a terrible thing for someone who is financially well off to pay us for protection from brigands and marauders, especially since all that money will go to a good cause. I want to believe you, but I'm afraid we're making a mistake. I understand, friend, and I swear to you that every florin we receive here will be used for one thing only, the overthrow of another tyrant. Every single one, from the first to the last. I swear to you. I believe you. New quest added for a good cause. What would that quest be? Caldwell's Domain. Duncan's camp is visited by grateful peasants who share with you all kinds of supplies. Canteen, wine bottle, and is it medicine? Yeah. Water skin. Do I have a chest here? I evidently do have a chest. Free up some space. Alright, let's figure out what this is. Taking you and a dozen other good fighters with him, Jones travels around the neighborhood of Greenwich, collecting an impromptu tax from the used-to-be Caldwell holdings. For the most part, everything goes smoothly. No money is taken from those who are already struggling to make ends meet. Those who are wealthier, millers, innkeepers, prosperous farmers, and merchants are charged the amount they can afford and told as to what the money will be used for. However, problems end up arising as well. In one of the villages, you are met by a group of well-armed villagers. Their leader claims that the village is already paying them for protection from repeated charges of any money as well. Their leader claims that the village is already paying them for protection from repeated charges of any money as well. Oh, this is a different group that's being paid to protect this village. Okay. These guys any good? Weapon skill 9. It's got a crossbow. Okay, these are more peasant-like guys. Weapon skill 13. Alright. The guy with the crossbow is the primary. Oh, let's roll the dice. Got him. Somebody showed up with a crossbow. Okay. Neither one of them has anything on their head. peasant with me is gonna die. Oh, somebody else showed up, huh? Yep. Let's pick up the junk. Oh, that's pretty good junk for these guys. Amberson, playing dice, wine bottle, loot bag. Marauder's axe. Wine bottle's useful. After dispersing the peasants and demonstratively collecting a manageable yet still not the smallest sum from the village, you move on. Virtue lowered by 15. Oh, nice. The situation repeats itself at the mill of Fat Tom, a prosperous miller who supplied the Caldwells directly. But this time it is not a band of peasants that appear at the call of the miller who refuses to pay, but an out-of-nowhere mercenary squad. This time Jones is ready to backtrack, but the mercenaries are not about to simply let you go and attack first. Ooh, I don't like these guys. Don't like these guys at all. Crossbow skill is 17. Yeah. I could end up dying in this fight if there's a bunch of these guys. Do I go limbs? Or do I try to go for the gusto and go after the neck? I don't think I can risk a miss. We're gonna go limbs. Oh, come on. You can't fail at recovery. It's reloaded already. I gotta go with the guaranteed hit. No crossbow. Wait, you have a crossbow too? Oh, and you have crossbow skill as well. God. Good. No crossbow. Excellent. Crap. Please? Shit. Oh. Here we go again. I'm getting tired here. Good, no crossbow. Wait, he hit me. He hit me. What did he damage? I don't even know. Okay, I need to rest. He hit me again. Who is this guy? How much skill does he have? He's only got 15 weapon skill. I call shenanigans. one more respite. I'm waiting for this guy to swing. It's not... He's not being cooperative. Just go after your limbs. There we go. There's a fair amount of armor on the neck, but partially blocked. But we still got him. We're gonna get nice and fresh here. And off with his head. Some decent loot here. Gonna have to figure out what I'm dropping and what I'm keeping, etc., etc. Well, that Brigandine is for sure gonna be kept. The loot bag. I hate to get rid of a useful item like a consumable, but Bye-bye wine. Hello, kite shield. Alright, that's it. This is better backup armor, the Brigandine is. Alright, that's all you're getting from me for now. I want to see if it changes the look of any of these peasants that show up and fight with me. Duncan wants to talk to me. Ah, James, come on in. Got something to discuss with you. I need a little help. I need someone to go to one of my partners and give him a certain sum of money. Normally such matters are handled by Jones, but he is somewhat preoccupied with other affairs at the moment. And Rodolfo, as you know, is a bit sensitive about money, so it would be a bit strange to entrust him with such a mission. Especially considering where exactly you have to go. And where to? To the sheriff. To the sheriff? Did I hear that right? Perhaps I'm wrong, but I have the impression that our activities are, how shall I put it, a little bit illegal, and are punishable by death, and there's a bounty on each of our heads. A voluntary trip to the sheriff seems just a bit counterintuitive. You have the right idea. But let me answer your question with a question. Have you ever wondered how it happens that the gates of the Caldwell residence opened in front of us on their own? Or why is the local sheriff, who has 100 warriors under his command, not very active in hunting us down? I haven't really thought about it. Well, so then, and in the process, go see him and hand over this jingling bag. This task, as you can see, is a delicate one, and I can't entrust it to just anyone, so try not to let me down. And I, in turn, will not forget it. New quest added, secret ingredient. Alright, how bad is my virtue at? I'm still pretty virtuous. Alright, we'll go do this trip to the sheriff. See what happens. The trip to the sheriff's residence is uneventful. After showing the captain of the guard a bag full of florins, you immediately receive an audience with the sheriff. Despite having a whole bag of reasons for gratitude, the audience is not held in a very friendly atmosphere. Roughly taking the bag from you, the sheriff declares that as of today, the price of his favor is doubled. He also forbids Duncan and his men to undertake any major actions without first obtaining his consent, which is particularly necessary for any attacks on lords' estates or people. Upon returning, you relay the sheriff's words to Duncan, but he shrugs it off, claiming that the sheriff's help was valuable only as long as the squad was but a pathetic bunch of untrained peasants operating right under his nose. Now that the squad is a much more powerful combat unit and plans to move to Chippenham, the services of the Greenwich Sheriff are no longer relevant. 50 florins received. EXP for completing the quest plus 20. Okay. I gotta train these guys one more time. Having substantially improved its financial situation, Duncan's squad leaves its base near Greenwich and moves to Chippenham. The region, engulfed by peasant uprisings, welcomes your squad with open arms, seeing you as their savior. Once settled in this new place, you quickly set up camp and recruit under 100 new fighters from among the rebels. The saved up money comes in handy and makes it possible to provide this growing army with both food and equipment. Seeing what the florins collected in Greenwich went for, Rodolfo, who has been taking that decision very hard, finally begins to feel better. Duncan and Jones, meanwhile, come up with a simple-minded, but, as it turns out, very effective plan to deal with the Marquis. When his men go on another punitive expedition, your squad, in collusion with the local peasants, lure them into a trap. Yeah, he doesn't look any different, really. I don't think my money's... Oh, I didn't fix my armor. Which piece of armor is it that's damaged? I think it's the cuirass. Torso seems low. Alright, what do we got here? We've got a crossbow with low skill. A crossbow with low skill. Damn it. Really? Fuck me! That's two 79% misses in a row. Wait a second. This guy supposedly has a shield. Doesn't look like he has a shield. And he's got decent armor. Huh. He is better outfitted than he was in the past. Just doesn't look it. Oh my god, are you kidding me? 79% miss, 79% miss, 87% miss. I've had 4 misses in a row. And all of them have been fairly high percentage misses. I can't even respite because all I've done is miss. Does it show me your skill when I click on you? Weapon skill of 11. This guy's really getting tore up. Poisoned, injured, stunned. Wait, that was me bleeding. Who managed to hit me? With a weapon skill of 8? Nah. I call bullshit. Excuse me. There we go. A war cleaver, huh? I can get them all. Just grab them all. Taking advantage of the element of surprise and numerical advantage, Duncan's men, without much difficulty, inflict a crushing defeat on the Marquis's detachment, which consists of professional warriors. Having deprived the Marquis of a substantial part of his army, Duncan, wasting no time, leads his squad to storm Chippenham Castle itself, which has just lost most of its defenders. This time you can't rely on traitors to open the gates from the inside, and you have to storm the castle the old-fashioned way, with waves of infantry with assault ladders. As one of Duncan's few men with experience in storming fortresses, you lead the attack. Okay, it is my main armor that is damaged. 22 torso armor. The Brigandine is 25. 333 compared to 222. It does give me some extra neck coverage. Limb armor goes down. I think we'll leave our torso on. Oh, I should have healed myself. Oh well. Oh no, crossbowman. Serious crossbowman. What? .23 weapon skill. 25 weapon skill. Both of these guys are really dangerous. Both of these guys got serious armor. Yeah, that's what I thought I'd see. Take out the shield first. I'm gonna have to bash some kind of armor. Oh, that's me. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Which armor am I going to try to go through? Actually, you've already had some armor damaged. The torso. And that is full plate. .31 neck armor. Limb armor is only 20. Now it's 10. Okay, and what is going to show up? Anything? Damn it. How am I so low on stamina? Damn it, you recovered. Leg broken. My last limb hit wasn't enough. It was only 30 points of damage. He's got armor on his neck. But I was still able to get through it. Shouldn't these shields be vanishing? Well, how about that? So it doesn't seem like arm hits are working the way they're supposed to be. When you attack the limbs, you're supposed to do stamina damage, and I'm just not seeing the stamina damage happening. That's finally. By capturing the walls, you force the defenders to retreat deep into the castle. Do you loot the bodies? Yeah. Yeah, I loot him. What do we got here? It's worth money. The Nobleman's Shield is worth money. Do we have any medicine? Yes. Heal. Let's equip one of those. Alright, that'll do. Okay, this gives extra neck armor. It has the same armor. And it's not damaged. Though it's going to take some agility penalty and endurance penalty away from me. We're going to equip it for now until I can repair that. I believe this is better than the Brigandine. Limb-wise it is. War Masters again. Oh, weapon skill 29. Yeah, we may be having problems this time around. That was all the more medicine I had, huh? Evidently. I missed the split shield. Really? That was me again. Have a weak point somewhere, please? You really don't? Can I get through the limbs? I'm tempted to go after him. He's who I've been working on. Do you have a weak point right now? You really don't. I thought I had damaged something of yours. No, I just brute forced through your limb, didn't I? I did. Well, let's... It worked. Damn you. Really, really, really damn you. You maimed my friend here. That was not very nice of you. What did I damage of? I want to say limbs. Of course, you got a shield in the way. Screw it. Despite their disastrous situation, the defenders of the castle continue to fight desperately to the last man, causing you huge losses. However, the outcome of the battle is predetermined, and by the evening, the castle is completely under Duncan's control. The personal standard of the Marquis flying on the spire is torn off and thrown down. The Marquis himself, who was captured, wounded, is first publicly tortured and then executed to general rejoicing. Holding the severed head of the Marquis in his hand, Duncan proclaims to the peasants gathered around the abolition of all taxes, tolls, and fees, eliciting a sea of cheers. Standing next to the smiling Rodolfo and watching the crowd raving with joy, you see a single tear rolling down his cheek. Having captured the residence of the Marquis of Chippenham intact, Duncan decides to turn it into his temporary base. The surviving members of the squad, who until recently slept first in forest dugouts and then in rough peasant huts, are now accommodated on spacious down feather beds. The Marquis's private chambers remain empty at first, as Duncan demonstratively refused to occupy them, preferring to stay with the rest of his people. To everyone's surprise, the vaults of the castle do not contain any untold riches. Financial affairs at the Marquis apparently were not the best, so your booty ends up being a considerable but all in all not particularly impressive sum. Duncan pays most of his money to his men as a bonus and reward for their courage in the last battle. Rodolfo turns out to be unhappy with this allocation of money, despite the perfectly logical arguments that the squad members need to spend money on equipment, especially now that the squad has begun to move from guerrilla tactics to things like full-fledged castle assaults. Unconvinced by these arguments, Rodolfo gives out his money to the local peasants and the poor, staying in the same patched gambeson and rusted chainmail as before. Rodolfo, grumbling, however, does not spoil the mood of the rest of the squad, who, for the first time in a long while, and for many it was the first time in their lives, found themselves in comfortable conditions with money and in the status of heroes. Everyone enjoyed the well-deserved rest and captured loot. 500 florins received. Duncan has made you one of his confidants. You have been promoted to sergeant. Your love for pillaging corpses, yes. Okay. Pierced lung, toxicity, blood loss, crafting, craft armor, repair armor, repair your item, take one time, yes. Is it as good as it used to be? That's the question. A lot of the times these things lose their goodness. Let's go here. Yeah, it's a lot weaker than it used to be. My inventory's full. Wait, it's a Swordmaster's ring. Can I have more than one Swordmaster's ring? Is that even possible? No. Okay. Okay, we're gonna sell this. We're gonna sell my repaired. We're gonna keep this as backup, and I'm trying to create a new armor piece for myself here. A scythe? I don't think I've ever seen this weapon before. In this game, that is. Oh, here we go. Got mail. Oh, come on, game. Oh, leather cuirass. I mean, it's something I could use, but it's a bit meh. Now, for now. I don't think scale works well. Yeah, it's not usable. Oh, here's an Aventail. I'm gonna buy that since we're working on things. How much time am I going to use up here? Game is being tight. Oh, come on. That's not very good. Maybe. I'm about to give up. Game does not want to be nice. Alright. I'm just gonna have to work with what I got. Alright, first off, this and this should make something really good. Do it. This shouldn't even be available. Yeah. Hallbrook. Really? Hallbrook will combine with nothing? I know the male combines with stuff. What's going on here? Okay, Gambus and Lucaris. Lucaris, and this is torso of 16. Torso of 14. Gambison 16, 14. These are not good armors. Sarah. $21.98. Yeah, it's better. $8.30. Actually, neck armor goes down. $213. I don't. 12 prestige, 16 prestige. Oh. Is there a... There is no blacksmith around here to fix my stuff, is there? There isn't, really. What about myself? Crafting, craft armor, repair armor. Can I... Yes. Because it's not combined armor, did I fix it completely? No, I really didn't. trade. We're gonna sell that. We're gonna sell this. Sell this. We're gonna hold on to this in case we ever see the piece we need to make good armor. We're gonna keep this as backup and this as backup. And we're gonna buy some leather. What's going on? James, where the hell have you been? There are peasants making mincemeat out of each other under the castle walls. Grab your stuff and follow me. Rodolfo, who arrived at the spot a little earlier, is trying to restore order with his fists and the hilt of his sword. You join him without wasting time. Well, crap. I'm still not healed? I'm gonna have to heal myself. Off with your head. You're annoying me. What the hell are you doing, James? These are common people. We're not at war. Hit them on the noggin and knock them down, not kill them. I don't have that type of weapon. And they're trying to kill me. I'm supposed to try to do this non-fatally without having the proper weapon to do so. This is going to be a problem. And my armor is damaged. Are you kidding me? What do you mean my armor? I just went through all this time trying to get my armor fixed, and my armor's fucking damaged already? Are you... I really just want to kill these guys. God, are you kidding me? Can I hit Scabbard and put my weapon in it? No. How am I supposed to... I can't not kill him. If I had a hammer, maybe I could injure him to death. Well, injure him until they are removed, but I don't have a hammer. Screw it. I'm slaughtering the peasants, evidently. Wait, he blocked me with a shield and I didn't break his shield? I'm getting shot at with crossbows. I'm supposed to not defend myself, huh? How many of these peasants do I have to kill before they get the idea? gonna be a massacre. Together you manage to restore order, but not without casualties. About half a dozen brawlers are left lying breathless in the mud. After asking people what's going on, you learn that the cause of the conflict was a dispute between the inhabitants of the two nearby villages about whose turn it was this time to put their wares up for sale in the trading area of the near castle settlement. In the past, such matters were regulated by the Marquis's men, but now they are gone and there is no one to settle the dispute. Over the next month, these incidents begin to happen with alarming frequency. Not 2 days go by without Duncan's men having to go to one place or another to restore order or settle disputes that quickly and regularly escalate into bloody stabbings. Meanwhile, until recently, you had indisputable authority and were seen as saviors by all the local residents, but now the situation is changing. The merchants you ordered to give way to a competitor because it was his turn to occupy the square. The peasant you told to get out of their neighbors' illegally occupied territory, the sons whose fathers' skulls you cracked open in one of the two fights in an attempt to pacify them. The number of these discontent with Duncan and his men grow daily, and the dissatisfaction breeds fury. And now it's Duncan's men who get ambushed in the woods. It is their backs that are stabbed with daggers, and their sides that are shot with crossbows. Local recruits who have recently joined the squad are actively deserting, taking with them received equipment or anything of value from the castle. These deserters, along with the bandits and marauders who have joined them, quickly band together to go rob highways or try to impose tribute on any place from which they can profit. The peasant war that raged in Chippenham in the days of the old Marquis is beginning to flare up again. Faced with the fact that peasants from all over the area are no longer bring you food as a token of their gratitude, the squad loses men, killed and wounded, every day, and utter chaos and lawlessness reigns outside the castle walls. Duncan is forced to radically reconsider his behavior. Duncan, do you see why the nobles acted the way they did? Is it different when you see things from the other foot? Similar to Greenwich, small taxes are now being collected from the territories previously belonging to the Marquis of Chippenham, which are used to buy provisions and to recruit new men for the squad. Since relations with the locals are not at their best, Duncan has to turn to the services of minor mercenary companies. Well armed and disciplined, they help, albeit not without bloodshed, to restore some semblance of order. The necessity to regularly collect taxes from a large territory, recruit, train, and provide for the new fighters to the squad, pay for the services of mercenaries, as well as regularly receiving delegations from local people, and solve their problems has a strange effect on the castle. Once again, as in the days of the Marquis, it begins to be filled with scribes and accountants, caretakers and managers, messengers, and cooks. After an unsuccessful attempt on Duncan's life, organized by one of the rich merchants, the castle's security is strengthened, and as in the time of the Marquis, it becomes impossible for an outsider to get in. The cost of maintaining this entire sprawling apparatus forced Duncan to reluctantly, in addition to the taxes already levied, return a part of the tolls and duties that were collected during the Marquis's time. At the council, when Duncan announces his decision, Rodolfo, who was already becoming more and more disgruntled with each new week, becomes furious. But Duncan remains adamant. Can I get my damn shit fixed? Really? And I'm the only frickin' smith around here. There's not an actual smith to go to, so I have to fix it myself, and I evidently can't fix crap worth a grr. Crafting. Craft armor. Repair armor. Are you kidding me? It was better before I fixed it. My armor situation has gone right down the fucking tubes. Okay, I think I have inventory taken care of. Yeah. As good as it's going to be for now, I suppose. I need to rest. When the sheriff's posse shows up, Chippenham Castle is already in full defense. Fortified walls, squads of archers and crossbowmen on the towers, vats of boiling tar, and food supplies for a long siege. Duncan obviously not going to give up the castle for nothing. The sheriff, who apparently did not expect to see that, does not hurry with the assault and sends negotiators to the castle several times, offering the defenders to pay off. However, both sides fail to find common ground, since Duncan agrees to pay only a token sum while the sheriff demands very substantial concessions. 2 days after his appearance under the castle walls, still unable to reach an agreement, he finally gives the order to storm the castle. almost no bolts, several boats, and higher crossbow skill. Weapon skill of 15. That's not bad. No armor, though. I'm a little bit frustrated with this whole chapter. I don't like these impromptu battles that pop up out of nowhere like this. I was tired. I was training. Alright, did you show up without armor? No, you've actually got armor. Weapon skill at 20. Not bad. Maybe my training is accomplishing something. That hit me. Can I brute force through whatever's on his neck? Yeah. Under the pressure of storming troops, the defenders of the castle leave one of the towers, and the sheriff's men manage to break into the castle. Oh, I didn't use medicine. Oops. What do we got here? Yes, nice. Really? Alright, how about... let's go for the head. Okay. Hmm. What's this? He's almost dead. Weapon skill 35. Oh, this is the sheriff. The sheriff has showed up nearly dead. Really? Hey, nice shot, buddy. Good job. No replacement armor. There's money here. That'll do. The sheriff's death undermines the morale of the attackers. They begin to retreat despite being close to victory. A quarter of an hour later, the castle is once again completely under your control, while the remnants of the sheriff's men hurry off in the direction of the siege camp. That same evening, a feast is held in the honor of the victory, at which someone raises a toast to Duncan, to the new Marquis of Chippenham. The following months finally cement this new state of affairs. Duncan increasingly assumes the role of Marquis, while you find yourself in the position of pretty much one of the captains of the guard under him. As someone with extensive military experience, you take on the duties of guarding the castle and training new recruits. Your relationship with Duncan remains good. However, as time goes on, it becomes more formal. Duncan himself is gradually becoming fully accustomed to the role of the Marquis, so much so that during feasts he begins to speak apprehensively about the vague future that awaits him after the end of the war for the royal throne. As soon as the real nobles finally sort themselves out, they will surely turn their attention to him, an impostor who has seized by force what does not belong to him. And then it would not be the grim witch of Sheriff's posse that would go under the walls of Chippenham, looking for a way out of this situation, and seeing how both warring factions are actively seeking any allies who can tip the scale in their favor. Duncan decides to offer his help to one of the parties, the one that will agree to do him a favor for a favor. Thus, an envoy from Earl Northampton, the right-hand man of the young prince, the son of the deceased king, appears in Chippenham. The details of the conversation that took place between the Earl's representative and the new Marquis of Chippenham are not known to you. However, even before the messenger has time to leave the castle, Duncan summons you. Come on in, James. It's good to see you. I'll be honest, after that Rodolfo thing, I've been keeping an eye on you. To tell the truth, I had some doubts. But fortunately, they all turned out to be nonsense. You have proven by deed, not by word, that I can count on you. You know what? I'm going to make it worth your while. As you yourself should know, our position in Chippenham is somewhat precarious. Today we are the masters here, but tomorrow things could easily change. We need a legitimization. A nice word, huh? It even sounds weighty. It was some smart people here who suggested it to me. Simply put, we need to make friends with those who hold the official power. In peacetime, they wouldn't even pay attention to people like you and me, but war opens the most unexpected doors. I've just had the pleasure of hosting a representative of the Earl of Northampton, the closest associate of the Prince Edward, who is trying to regain the throne. And the Earl has made it clear that if we can provide him with substantial assistance against Count Canterbury leading the rebellion, Chippenham will be ours officially. I will officially become a Marquis and swear an oath of allegiance to the new king, turning from a criminal into a respected nobleman, and all of you, as my people and loyal servants, will be given a place at my court and a good salary instead of a torture chamber and a chopping block. And then, you never know, knighthood may loom on the horizon. That's the way it is, friend. You are an experienced man of war of mine, so it falls to you to defend the honor of the new Marquis of Chippenham. I'm sure you won't let me down. Obviously, I'm not asking for your consent, as you should be the one thanking me for such an opportunity. You'll be in full view of princes and earls there. Present yourself well, and then make a mark in battle. You'll surely also earn a bunch of all sorts of awards. Take around 4 dozen good men with you, gather up and move out to Windsor. That's where Northampton's siege camp is located. Report to him once you get there. After that, it's all up to you. So, come on. I'm counting on you and your success, buddy. Good luck. New quest added, Surviving Windsor. Okay. Jesus. My armor situation sucks. Best I'm gonna get a leather cuirass. It really is, isn't it? I can't even get a piece of improved. Screw it. Whoops. When I combine these two, I get less neck. Probably the best head cover I'm ever gonna get. Though, it does significantly raise that. Torso. Man, that's just terrible. Uh, 215 compared to 224. That's not what I was meaning. Which one of these is the worst one? 2198 compared to 19. This one has the better neck armor. It's 224 compared to 213. Prestige 16. Prestige. We're gonna sell that one. Don't. We're gonna keep the greaves just in case, I suppose. Okay, and gonna train Duncan's men one more time. And I suppose I need to go do whatever that quest is. So, I think this has probably become a very long episode. Let me check. Yeah, this has probably been the longest episode to date. And it's been a little bit of a frustrating episode. A lot of this stuff going on I've never gone through before, so a lot of stuff has been catching me off base. Yeah, so anyway, I'm sorry that this might not be the same quality content that some of the previous episodes have been, but hopefully it livens up and gets better going forward. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Softwareblade. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please smash the like button, consider subscribing, and until the next time all, peace.